This Hi everybody, welcome to Deltarune replaying stream. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna finish the chapter 1 right now, mostly because of the fact that we're gonna have to talk to all of the people in Light World. But well, I think we'll get through a good part of it. I'll try to, if like I actually remember some dialogue well, I'll just try to skip it and talk over it and stuff. We won't do this for as long as Undertale playthrough. Hopefully, at least I'm gonna try to set my mindset there. Yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Hi, everybody.
Hello, people.
We have Saddest,
Hello.
we have Asfi, we have Luna, the standard co-host collection. Yeah.
Luna is still home-stuckified.
Yeah, Luna is still home-stuckified because I'm having problems with Fujitech Reactive. Sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Well,
I'm a troll.
Welcome JL, welcome Izen, welcome Tunes Captor, welcome Skater Slayer, hello. Welcome Foolbound, welcome Doc. Yeah, and that's everybody, right? Oh, no, never mind. We have Donica Jr. and we have Ayama, hello. Just stopping by because I need to play chapter 1 and 2 for myself, even though I've already seen playthroughs of 1. I have a nice stream, tata. Yeah, I'm gonna admit something here. Back when Deltarune chapter 2 was set to release, okay, maybe I'll tell the story in like more fully when we're actually playing the game, but back then I had to play chapter 1 for the first time in the first place, because I didn't before at all. I just saw stuff on video. And so I was rushing to do that, and the day chapter 2 came out, I was still fighting Jevil. Hopefully that won't happen for this.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, Zedrix. Ultra Kill or Ultra Tail or whatever. Okay, Donican Jr. Deltarune, it's so game. I still remember that Halloween evening when everyone went crazy about some Deltarune and Toby became Gaster 7 years. That's the thing though, Deltarune chapter 1 even still feels new. Even though I became part of the fandom like a year after that, right, in 2019 as opposed to 2018, it still feels so new. And it's like, oh, it's so weird. Like, the amount of time between Undertale and Deltarune chapter 1 is shorter than between Deltarune chapter 1 and now, which is crazy to think about, but that's true. Like, we're approaching the 10th anniversary of Undertale this year.
I think the craziest comparison to make is that Deltarune's chapter 1 came out pretty much in the beginning of the Undertale fandom. For how it is now.
Well, yeah, compared to the entire like scope of it, yeah, the fact that 10 years, yeah, 3 years into it, that is quite short, but like still, it feels like chapter 1 was still kind of a turning point, right? For a lot of people it was in the fandom. Which is also crazy to think about. And the fact that back then people were also not treating it mostly like its own thing and were like expecting it to loop back around into Undertale at some point, all of that. God, we will have so much to talk about while playing this. So without further ado, let's launch the game. Let me pause the music. The music is game main theme piano sketch, which was showcased in the Deltarune, in the Undertale anniversary stream right before chapter 2 came out, which was cool. Okay, let me stream on Discord. There we go. Y'all can watch.
Alright.
Jevil fight stream 4 hours. We'll see if I get him shortly. Maybe, you know what? Let's be hopeful. What if I get Jevil the first time around? No, false. That's not happening.
You'll be fine.
I finally bought $1.
That sense was harder.
I finally bought $1 Undertale. Yeah, it is $1. Ow! God damn it! I was gonna buy it for somebody and completely forgot. Okay, maybe I'll still do that. Does the sale end today? Yeah, it does end today. It ended already. Well, I'm dumb. Okay, whatever. Shut up. when chapter 2 came out, I beat it that night. But when my friends tried to play it, I realized how playing RPG Maker games made my movement amazing. All right. Literally didn't game over once except for the cups. Those cups. Yeah, I know those cups were freaking the bane of everybody's existence. Less than 24 hours until Undertale sale ends. Wait. Okay, no, somebody else said that it already ended. Let me see. Hold on. Undertale on Steam. No, yeah, it already ended.
Shame on you.
Hope everyone managed to buy Undertale for the $1 before it was gone forever. No more Undertale ever. It was the last chance to buy it ever. One shot, yeah. I'm gonna put this in BG while I start gaming, so I won't talk much. That's fine. You have fun with that.
Undertale is gone.
Okay. Oh, I should probably lower the volume of this. Actually, we'll see when the main part of it starts. Okay. Would you like to start from chapter 1? Yes, please. I love that sound. There's so much I love about this. Oh, for some reason... Okay, contact. Window changed to contact. Are you there? Still pretty loud in my ears. Let me know if it's like too deafening. Are we connected? Perhaps. Hi Gooper. Hi Gooper. Hi Dr. Science. Excellent. Ah, truly excellent. It's literally been 4 years or something since I played this. Now we may begin. Man, this is first. You must create a vessel. Okay, let me, before we go haywire, open my sound mixer. And, okay, let me mute it first. I love how the window name changes. Like, it still retains some of that survey programness through that. Okay, let me check. It still retains some... Man! Oh no, it's actually fine. First, you must... Okay, that's fine. Bald. We're not making them bald, chat. Though I might actually lower the volume if only for myself. Well, like, okay. Because it is kind of booming in my ears, I'm gonna be honest. Let me see how this is, actually.
You can just
Bald
lower
chat.
it and then increase
So
it
I
on
might
OBS, so
actually
it's the
lower the
same
volume
for
if only
stream.
for myself. Well, like, okay.
Increase
So
it
I
on
might
OBS, so it's
actually
the
lower.
same.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Should be fine. I'm free from my and Ice's yapping marathon over DMs, so I'll have to rewatch everything up until now. Oh, hopefully y'all had a good yapping marathon. Undertale wiped from memory! Who in the world is Sans? Undertale fell into its own creation, which is Deltarune. Hi, Gaster. It reminds me of someone. I remember when this came out, it took everybody by surprise. I was on the bus when it happened. I think the coolest part of it is that a lot of people just did not expect it to be both so different from Undertale, but also so similar. Like, super surprised to see the soul, super surprised to see Toriel in the beginning. But
Well,
also...
first of all, no one expected it to be a game. All
Yeah.
Toby said was, come back here in 24 hours.
Yeah, that was also the case. God, I can't wait until Toby gets possessed again.
Real.
WD Caster in chat! I'm gonna gust all over the vessel. Don't do that! It hurts! Bald sailed away. Bald. Hello, block of water. Welcome to the stream. Blank, blong, blong, bling, blong. Relatable. Des is next to me. They have the stupid dog in their lap. I hate the dog. Yeah. Okay. So, I put this hair in the thumbnail, but I'm honestly not even sure if I want to pick it anymore. Honestly, this has also always appealed to me.
Yeah, that's true. Azure said that he picked that one, so you should change it.
No. The coolest part of this was when I spoke in hands. You didn't do that. My survey is very innovative. It was gonna be Frogger, but I misclicked. Okay. I wanna pick this one, TBH. I'm gonna do it. Select the torso that you prefer. Okay, so... long-sleeved shirt, t-shirt, sweater but fluffier, jacket but buttons are visible and there is a collar.
Sweater and sweaterer.
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 Sweater and sweatiest.
sweaty.
Most sweatful. Let's pick this one. I've always liked this one. Select the legs that you prefer. Let's pick the unique legs.
These
Some
are
quirky like that.
all the fucking same except one. I always found that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you right-legged or left-legged? Wait, what if that's actually choosing whether your character is like right-handed or left-handed? Like, what if?
Is your character left-handed? Left-handed 2. Left-handed
No, more
3.
more like
left-handed 4.
No, I would assume that if that would be the case, it would be like, you know, the thing of like left-handed people being more rare and stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, hold on a
But
second.
there's more left ones than right ones.
What? Oh,
I mean,
like
if you-
the bigger
if you look
one.
at
No,
it
yeah, I
from
know,
if you look
realize
at it
that.
from the vessel's perspective. Which, like, I assume is how one would look at it.
Let me show y'all something. I made this list of things to do in chapter 1. We'll see if I actually like remember. So I'll keep it down here. Sweater, it's sweater. Remember, your creation doesn't feel pain, but I do. If you pick the wrong answers, I lose a finger. Come on, you don't have to do that to yourself. Hello, JJ Enigma. I haven't been taking part in these recently because I've been busy watching the VODs. Okay, it's okay. It's good to be in chat again. Hello. It's the dominant hand determines your dominant leg. It just makes so much sense. Wow. I mean, they're connected. Yes, I accept it.
How much do you wanna bet that list she added is gonna stay there forever in every stream, like everything else?
Now, let us shape its mind as your own. What is its favorite food? Sweet, soft, sour, salty, pain, cold. Okay, I'm just gonna... cold, TBH. Yeah.
You like frozen pizza?
No, I like ice cream. I thought that was the implication. Your favorite blood type.
D, that stands for Deltarune Tomorrow.
True.
True.
D. What color does it like the most? Cyan. Please give it a gift. Kindness, mind, ambition, bravery, voice. Like every single person, I'm giving it voice. Every single person ever. Actually,
I wonder if if the vessel ever comes back, which it probably will.
Yeah.
I wonder if this will matter.
Yeah.
Like this choice in particular.
I wanna hear it speak. How do you feel about your creation? It will not hear. Hope. Have you answered honestly? Yeah. Gaster note removed PLUEY. No! You acknowledge the possibility of pain and seizure. Uh-huh.
Louis found dead in bronze.
Understood. Right, name your okay. Now here is a choice. John Deltarune.
John Deltarune, true.
John Deltarune.
Jesse. Pinkman. I don't know.
John DT.
Okay, but
Deltarune will be too long.
genuinely though, something neutral, something neutral, but also perhaps funny. But if it comes up in a serious situation, it won't be like overpoweringly funny to the point where we can't take it seriously. I mean, what the hell? Maybe they chose their own name at some point. Like we don't know that. But I'm thinking...
Sean DT.
No. Um. mm, Jude Deltarune. Hello.
Jude Deltarune.
No.
Jorkin.
No. No. Frickin' reference to that one random frickin' NPC in Windcraft. Okay, saddest. Any ideas, guys? Like anybody?
I've given my idea.
James?
Kris, like the prophecies of Undertale foretold.
True. Kris with just a C instead of a K. No, not even an H.
TBH. No.
You're just gonna crash the game.
Yeah, I know. This is hard.
Which actually stands for Steven after not surviving.
That's true.
Specifically that one.
What about
Steven? Did you guys see that one random thing about Sans getting a new animation in his fight in an update to Undertale recently? Did you see that?
What?
No, I have not.
I didn't. What?
Previously,
is it actually real? I saw a tweet of it. But
I don't know if it is real, but okay.
I don't think it is.
You know how? Well, yeah. Okay. I don't know if it is real, right? But let me describe what it was. Normally, when he flings you left in Blue Soul mode, he like puts his hand back in his pocket, right? Well, in this animation, he like still has it outside of his pocket and then puts it back in the pocket.
Yeah, but I think we saw the same tweet and you fell for the bait, because...
Might have.
That's like the easiest kind of bait possible.
I might have.
Everyone does it.
Undertale Twitter trying not to lie, challenge impossible.
Gaslighting.
Sorry, Croft,
you know what? This is dumb, but I just came up with the idea and I'm kind of attached to it. DT. Like DT determination. I think it's funny. You know what? Taking it, doing it. DT, welcome to the world.
DT.
We called it DT. And what about the creator? Your own name. Well, clearly.
Gaster in chat says, my chad's son Papyrus eats rocks. Thank you, Gaster.
Yeah. No, he doesn't eat rocks. They are sentient. They deserve sprinkles. Also, isn't there an unused sprite of his arm doing the a shrug pose, but the hands close as his fists? I don't know. Okay, craft. Craft. Excellent. Truly excellent. Craft. Thank you for your time. Your answers. Your wonderful creation will now be discarded. No one can choose who they are in this world. Your name is...
I wonder who that fucker is, because it's not
Kris.
the same as
yes,
during the rest of it.
I don't know if you saw. The leading theory on that is that it's some form of Kara. Because
I saw that, but I'm not sure I like the fact of it just being Kara.
I like it because of the possibility of Kara and Gaster having like a squabble behind the scenes. I think that's funny.
It could be Kris.
No,
since Kris is basically Deltarune's Kara.
Well, that, but like they don't like being controlled, so like. Also, what I was gonna say, Asvi, is there was a video. Well, obviously there was research done by many people that did video like takes also, but the video by Half-Bred Chaos that explains it all, where like why it's so possible because of how the Japanese text lines up with how Kara speaks in Japanese in Undertale, basically.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. My child Sans always throws his blue toys. What? Can you not say no? I remember feeling so stupid when I named it after myself and then Gaster went your own name. Yeah, but I do
I
like...
think everyone did that. I think everyone did that.
Yeah,
Not
I also did that.
Not everyone, but I like how I do like that it acknowledges it and it has like the of course they are the same. You know, it has that dialogue. I always really liked that. A Gaster note added craft to hometown. No, you added craft to Castletown because then Castletown gets named after the player. Come on now, get with the program, Gaster. Toriel isn't calling back, Gaster. She doesn't like you. Okay. Kris, if you do not wake up, we'll be late for school. Why is the Deltarune window bigger than Undertale? It's like obviously the same resolution, but it's like 2 times bigger. I will wait outside for you, alright? I like the Kara theory because no one can choose who they are in this world. Fits the mindset of you can't escape your consequences. Well, yeah, but that also like implies that you have to have done Gino in Undertale for that to make sense. And I'm not that big of a fan of that, where like it assumes that you have finished Gino. So I feel like whatever happens with that kind of stuff, with like any sort of like weird backstage connections between the worlds of Undertale and Deltarune, if there is like any relation actually properly, I feel like it will account for any sort of thing the player might have done. And if anything, it'll read if you have Undertale on your PC, on your Steam, and read what you did, perhaps. It's a red wagon with a rusty birdcage in it. Looks like it's seen quite a few crashes.
You know, now that you mentioned it, the size of Deltarune is like pretty much the size of Undertale's window if it had the switch borders, which is like interesting. I wonder if they were thinking of them when making the Deltarune window.
I also really like this because it shows that, you know, this is basically the default for like framework. You get the exact same menu here, but in the Dark World it's different, alongside even giving you a config menu. It's like you really are jumping into like something created within here, you know. This is this is the default in this world, I guess. I think that's cool. Call home. Hello, Dreamer residents, who might this be? Kris? Sigh. Do not make me come over there. Your bed. Bed inspector. Clothes drawer. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing. Flowers are blooming. On days like this, kids like you should be saying Deltarune tomorrow. The drawer is mostly empty except for a school cross-country shirt with a tear in it. I really like that we find new things about these places later on. There are CDs under the bed. Classical, jazz, religious, ska. There's also a game console. It has one normal controller and one knockoff one. I bet Asriel played with the knockoff one.
I've seen a bunch of various predictions for the Chapter 3 secret boss. One of them is that it's the knockoff controller, which is kind of funny.
I like that idea. Like for a very long time I've been championing the flower theory, which I still like.
I mean, it's the most plausible one.
I still like it, but I actually don't think it's all that plausible like right now, because I don't know, there's been a theme of like the stuff being rejected and forgotten for a very long time, not a short time. And like, even if the Dark Worlds have fabricated histories, not unlike the lands, you know, wink wink nudge nudge, they are still based on actual like material history of the rooms they are based on. So I don't think, I'm not sure about that anymore. But I liked.
Yeah, you're not sure about the.
But I liked the I forget what the name was. Was it like something makers Deltarune ideas? And it was like a big flower dragon with like these 4 flowers attached to it. I liked that because it just looked really cool.
I think I saw it.
There's a computer. It's
Yeah,
a computer.
not-
Can you actually, Asfi, so that we don't like you lose too much time? Can you like save whatever you have to say for like when we're walking around with no dialogue on the screen, like just saying, maybe.
It was a follow-up to what you said, so if I say it in like 5 minutes from now, it's not really gonna make sense.
That's okay. Make it quick.
Well, yeah, it was just a joke.
No, okay, then say it.
You're not sure about the flowers being the secret boss anymore because clearly it's gonna be friend inside me.
No, but that. The problem with that is that it being cowboy themed is kind of plausible with how Toby has said before, like, oh, Deltarune and Undertale are unrelated, and unrelated being obviously another anagram, and then there being relation, but also, you know, obviously that being still a message to treat them as separate games, which only came true after chapter 2 came out. Like with that with that stuff, like with how Toby has like teased stuff like that before, it really feels like the fact that the cowboy stuff was said to be cut, it really feels like that could be that could be something. Like what if the cowboy stuff is like the secret boss, but it's like an unfinished home movie Kris and Asriel did once, and they never and they're like kind of abandoned the project as both as kids. Like what if it's something like that, you know? And that's how like the cowboy stuff really would relate to being rejected, maybe. I don't know, something along those lines. I've been thinking that more recently. It's a computer desk. There are many boxes under it filled with old books. Look at all those beautiful trophies. The door is locked. It's only you. It's very interesting how this changes later. There are crayons in the drawer. Their labels have long faded, and there is no green. Allow me to pull something up for this.
Another prediction is that the secret boss is the green crayon.
No, it's in no. You don't get it. Clearly, it's in Kris's stomach. All right.
True.
Kris eats crayons and Susie eats chalk. Okay, it makes sense.
At the start, in chapter 3, when they come back from the dark world, Kris is gonna offer Susie a crayon for breakfast.
Exactly.
The purple one.
Okay, save
Purple.
image. Save image. Save as a GIF file. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling something up, like I said. This is a panel of WV and Homestack eating the green chalk. Coincidence? I think not. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let's continue. Sundarai plant.
Chalk.
Actually, yeah. A cactus. There's not much to say about it. You don't even have to say that it's Sundarai. Damn. Very sad. The many books. Tales of Snails. A storybook. Snails do not have tails. A scientific refutation. Can snails help your garden? Not really. And a signed copy of The History of Humans and Monsters by Gerson Boom. There's no time to read anything right now. Actually, where's the... There are crayons in the drawer. Okay. So know how to draw dragons yet. Okay. What if the secret boss is the How to Draw Dragons book?
Another prediction is that.
What?
Secret boss is a dragon in lingerie. You looked inside the sink cupboard. There's a can of Icy Schoolboys body spray. Spray for the boys. Flamin' hot pizza flavor. There's something about the boys. Like that's... The boys capitalized like that make me think of peepees. It seems to be almost entirely full. It's a toilet. Flush it? Yeah.
Here
You
we
flush
go.
the toilet. On the shower ledge, there is a small container of apple-scented shampoo. and a gallon-sized container of pet shampoo.
Okay, here is my prediction. Well, it's more like something I hope there's gonna be.
Oh,
but
before you say
chapter-
it's funny how this was added with the chapter 2 like update. It's
Yeah.
like this wall with the
Yeah.
window. I wonder if they'll do anything other than like any more retcons like that, like slight retcons.
I want there to be in chapter 3 an NPC that originates from that shampoo bottle as a darkener, and it's gonna be a reference to Apple Girlington.
That is actually fire.
I need
an Apple Girlington reference in Deltarune. I need an what if you just start like play like a boss fight and you hear the freaking like melody from Apple Girlington from an Apple disaster. Okay, sorry that I'm missing so many messages in chat. Sorry guys. She did the fusion dance to become the ultimate crayon / chalk eater. Yeah, exactly. I'm not reading the last part to not infuriate Asfi. Gaster prediction. Home movie's secret boss, Coach McGurk. Yeah. TBH, yeah. Chapter 4, Susie eats a green crayon and later Ralsei is mysteriously missing. No, I'm a champion of the Ralsei is like horn headband theory. I'm a champion of that theory.
It makes sense.
Not Ralsei. Also,
like Ralsei's horns are also the same color of that.
Piles of Ralsei's dust. Also looking at this, I always like at this here dining table. I always think of that one animation of Asgore being invited to a Thanksgiving dinner and Toriel just like freaking kicking him out. There's a photo on the fridge. It's of you, your mother, and your brother. Yay.
Are you not gonna flush the toilet?
Okay, I might.
Times?
I don't want to waste the water. Okay. I don't know what the situation is here in this world. There's some white fur stuck in the drain. There's some cinnamony butter caked on the stovetop. Again, one of the stuff of like monsters not using magic in the light world. Cookie cutters for gingerbread monsters and gingerbread humans. It's a trash can. Somehow it's emitting a pleasant floral scent. It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone. Wait, didn't that say before that, but you already have a cell and without the phone at the end? Didn't that used to say that? Or am I tweaking?
I think you're tweaking.
I think you're tweaking.
Okay, fine. Why do you look at me?
Who calls it just cell? It's
Maybe-
either cell phone or phone.
Maybe
Nobody calls it
Kris.
cell.
I don't know. Kris, is everything alright in there? I'm wasting water.
Taking a massive dump.
Kris, what are you doing? You did not put a bath bomb in the toilet again, did you? Okay. Cheryl! Cheryl needs to be a character and she needs to be something akin to Ralsei, okay?
It has to be a character, right?
It's Cheryl.
Like a
Here is the
something.
thing. Here is the thing about Cheryl. I strongly believe that even if she doesn't like reflect Ralsei or isn't like a Ralsei counterpart, like some theories say, even if I think she will be a character because she or they, I don't even know, but because.
What?
Like, it's inanimate objects, right, that become alive. And this is an inanimate object that has been given a name by a lightener, right? So in the Dark World context, there will be something really interesting to explore there, if that is the case, right? This is this is an inanimate object with a person name, you know? So there's something there to explore, especially considering how the school Dark World, so the unused classroom Dark World, there was a whole like theme of like we exist to entertain lighteners and stuff, but then they abandoned us, aka they were objects. And then they stopped feeling that connection because, you know, the classroom was just went completely unused. So I really do think that there could be something to explore here with that. I reckon the guys on the windowsill are shadow guys. And then people have said that before. I think that's interesting. Which, speaking of, if those shadow guys don't have a single reference to Midnight Crew, I'm going to actually like do something. I'm gonna come to Toby Fox's house in Minecraft. Okay. That was a lot of talk for just about Chariel. It's the TV. Doesn't seem to even be plugged in anymore. It's a book of hymns. About the angel. What if you open the book of hymns and it's like the thing from the Spamton sweepstakes, like a value, if that's the Spamton value network, where like in the end, like the hymn where they made the hymn of the angel, sing thee to thy rest. Like, what if it's there? What if that's in there? Oh, I forgot to actually read that. Oops. Kris, it is a beautiful day today, is it not? I hope it stays this way when Asriel visits next week. Every single playthrough I've seen people scream the name Asriel in that sentence because they're so surprised. But I wonder, after the excitement of university, will he still enjoy coming home to this little town? This was so cool. This is just so cool. This moment is beautiful. I agree, Aizen, it is beautiful. I don't know. He didn't decide on the name because of Toby. That was all Mayonaka too. Hug. How beautiful. I want to know more about just Kris in general so much. So, does everyone have a... And this is my obligatory reminder that during the anniversary stream before Deltarune Chapter 2 came out, Toby mentioned Homestuck and said that the Alphys having square glasses instead of round ones was specifically a reference to Jonathan Egbertington from Homestuck. I want to remind everybody of that.
That's true. I remember that.
Oh, Kris, we thought you weren't coming today. We're doing group project this month. So walk around and find a partner, okay?
You check the time. It seems to be time for class. The computer's wallpaper is a rotating slideshow of nature images, and, rarely, an image of two buff superheroes embracing, blushing. It's a bunch of roses.
What am I watching on my phone? It's schoolwork, of course. Animated schoolwork, and... hey, Kris, have you chosen a partner yet? Don't worry, Mew Mew, you'll always be my partner.
She's watching. Probably re-watching. She's probably seen everything Mew Mew has to offer like 1,000 times already.
Partner? I hardly know her. What do you think of that one? Funny, right? No? Well, I got news for you, pal. Already got a partner. Scram! That's right, Kris. I got a good partner. And we're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. Because I need money, and I'm also very funny. Okay. So cool. Just see Monster Kid also. That's always been so cool to me. Monster Teen, sorry. Yo, Kris,
You know-
show up earlier next time. I ended up having to partner with Snowy. Now he keeps turning to me and saying, "Howdy, partner," like a cowboy. Friend inside
Now that I look at them, they paired up, but neither of them has arms. How are they gonna make the school project?
No. Snowy has feathers. Snowy has wings.
Yeah,
Wings-
but no opposing thumbs.
You could say the same thing about Burgley.
No, Burley's wings are more hand-shaped than
Okay,
Snowy's.
man. Hello, Ploy Phrase. Sorry, I'm missing so many stuff in the chat. I hope that's fine. I remember some time ago when I saw Mayonaka on the Discord server on MSPFA, I think they were answering questions on that. What? I thought they were like completely like off the internet. What? What do you mean Mayonaka is around? I still find that moment when Kris looks down and takes Toriel's hand so interesting. Such a little detail, but can tell so many things. Yeah. Like, I feel like... It definitely has some implications. I won't say anything though. Actually, because we don't have time. but also because I don't have like very fully formed thoughts on it. Oh. Yo, Kris, you're lucky. I'd rather be partnerless than this. Crisp! Awa! Very source! Them already have partner! Eggy looking thing. Them partner with egg! True. It's a black and white hard-boiled egg. Sadly seems like it already has a partner. Hello, Captain Strawberry. Howdy, Craft. I can't stick around for long because I have dinner soon, but I'm also happy for a veteran soon. Happy to relive the game vicariously yet again through you. Yay! Thank you. Okay. Hello. Kris. Late again, I see. I don't know if I wanna stick around with this voice for birthday, but okay, we'll see. You need a partner? Sorry, I'm already partners with the second smartest student. Though, wait, Kris. Now that I think about it, your unique skill set might help a lot on this assignment. Pfft, not! I actually want to get an A. How scales work, Kris, I actually want to get an A. If you can't get anyone, maybe your mom will be your partner again. Again? Oh. Hi, Catty. I'm so excited for your character to be explored more, and especially your background with Kris. Taken. Kris! You know Chuckington and Caddy are always partners. We're the ultimate academic duo. Ever since our first gym class. I love that they're friends, like that is just so funny, I love that. It was hula hoop day, and they ran out of hoops for us, so she used me instead. That's her origin story. We seem different, but me and Caddy have a ton in common. Yeah? Oh.
Do you know about Jockington having like 9 portrait sprites out, all the exact same in the files?
I am aware
I
of
know
this.
that one.
I am aware of this. We both like breathing and unhinging our jaws. God. Hey Kris, what's up? Did you lose your pencil again? Here, you want the candy cane one or the one with the lights on it? Huh? You want to be partners? Sorry, Bertie already asked me. But I could ask Miss Alphys if we could make a group of 3. I'll ask if you're sure. Yes, ask. Okay, I'll ask. Miss Alphys, is it okay if we have a group of 3? Hey, what? No, I do not approve of this. Abort! The myth of consensual 3 group 3. Sorry, no, I messed up this joke. I'm not doing it again.
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
What? But Kris doesn't have a... Noelle, what were you saying? She says... She was just saying we're fine being alone. Actually, I just wanted to know it. Noelle, can you please speak up? Hi, Susie. Fufuvi. Fufuvi. Okay, Susie voice. Am I late?
Forget it, like tomorrow anyway.
Probably. Oh, no, you're fine. We're just, choosing partners for the next group project, and, Susie, you're with Kris. Great. Purple. And now that everyone is here, I'll write the assignment. Has anyone seen the chalk? This is the 3rd time it's gone missing, and you all know I can't start class without some. God. This was... Okay, so some background about me. I saw the entirety of Chapter 1 first, before Undertale. The Undertale playthrough I watched was Jacksepticeye's, as you do, but my first Deltarune playthrough was probably one of the worst when it comes to actually seeing content from it, because it was PewDiePie's, and I because of that, because I experienced Deltarune first and then Undertale second, and I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough intertwined with fan-made Undertale stuff, for a while I was really confused on what is canon and what isn't. For a couple months when I first started being interested in the two. And so I didn't have that experience of seeing this for the first time after actually having seen Undertale. But from all of the playthroughs that I've seen, people were just so flabbergasted by all of this, right? Because they didn't expect it to be so closely related to Undertale because of the heart, right? And because of characters being the same. But then they were so confused about what the hell is happening. This doesn't even make sense for it to be post-pacifist. But why? Is it? How the hell does it even make sense? People were just so flabbergasted by the existence of all of this that most of them were only focusing on how to find that connection to Undertale, and on their first playthrough they were just completely ignoring the characters here in this beginning. I remember that was a common thing in the playthroughs, where people were just completely ignoring who the characters are and stuff, because that doesn't matter, you need to find a connection to Undertale. I remember that being kind of a thing with a lot of people, from what I've seen. I don't know.
How about this? If no one speaks up, everyone gets in trouble.
Oh, why is Susie just staying at the door?
I don't know.
I know it's convenient for the animation, but why is she just staying there?
I don't know. With the freaking open door, dude. There's a giraffe.
Yeah.
Close that thing. The purple Yoshi. Jockington and Catty are a great duo because one barely talks and the other one is the most obvious extrovert ever. I love that about them. No, I've never watched PewDiePie's Undertale series because I've heard it's bad, so I don't expect the Deltarune one to be any better. I watched it at some point. He killed one frog and forgot about it, and then had to have help to play through True Pacifist again. I know that, I remember that. Literally everything else about his playthrough, I do not remember. But there is a highlight in his playthrough of Deltarune, and that being him genuinely not getting the rules card puzzle, the first rules card puzzle. He was just completely overthinking it and missed the joke. He was actually contemplating what the hell to do. I thought that was really funny. Gonna say Casey from Born Losers Gaming mentioned! Really nailed down Susie's voice. She is her for real. But I don't remember what exactly it was, so I can't even do an imitation of it.
Okay. Anyone, please?
So when it comes to nailing voices, a voice that is just the perfect voice for a character in my eyes is Dorkt's voice for Alphys. She's her. She's her. Well, okay, no, she's Papyrus, first of all, but secondary, she's Alphys.
Hey, there might be a box in the supply closet. Miss Alphys, why don't Susie and I... Good idea, Noelle. Susie, since you came in last, why don't you get it for me? Whatever. And Kris, can you go with her and make sure she actually gets it, stays out of trouble? Thanks, Kris. See you later.
Why is this even remotely a good idea? Oh, actually, now that I think about it, maybe it's because of the newest girl story, you know, on Deltarune's on Undertale. I was gonna say Undertale sweepstakes, on Spamton sweepstakes, like the one about Susie trying to intimidate Kris and Kris just absolutely not not falling for it. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's known that Kris is kind of, you know, immune to Susie. Maybe it's because of that. Looks like motivational quotes from various literature. Try your best, Astral Wolf, even in your darkest hour. That one seems to be from a video game. Love that. Love that for her. Kris, what's the holdup? Go out there. Yeah. Don't worry, Kris. I've always thought Susie can't be so bad, you know? I'm sure everything will turn out fine. I love how that line has a lot more weight, knowing how she viewed her even before this, like, because of the Spamton sweepstakes stories. And if you have time, could you say hi? I know that says say, but it looks like she's saying gay. Could you gay hi to her for me? Sorry, that's bad. That's a bad joke.
Nah, it's pretty good.
Don't die. Kris! If I had arms, I would take off this cool hat and remember Xavier. Kris! Don't die. I like how she says that with a smile, like she genuinely believes in us, you know? Kris, didn't I say being late was a bad idea? It's almost as if you should have, as they say, listened. Alas, Kris, I already tried to help you. No, of course. Suze, very mean. Said egg never hatch. Yeah. Yo, Kris, I'm super sorry. If I had just waited to be your partner... I like how that also implies that they, like, just sort of do stuff together anyway. You wouldn't have to be hers. She's gonna pound you to pieces, Kris. And then kick the butts of all those little pieces. Yeah. Kris, just keep running and don't look back. Just leave the town. Forget your identity. Kris, don't listen to him. It's not that bad. You'll probably survive the Susie beating you up. You're just gonna have a fail when she doesn't do any of the prior project. It's like we always say, Kris, you Susie, you lose. That's not very reassuring, huh? Hey Kris, if you die, can I have your brother's CDs? Sure. No, I'm giving them
Absolutely not.
I'm giving them all to Chariel. Chalk.
Chalk.
You know how in the chapter 2 hometown we get a lot more monsters just around the place, like the ones that we didn't see around in the first chapter? I want at some point for Susie to talk about eating chalk to a pie rope. That would be really funny. Kris. Oops. Alas, Kris, I have already drawn you as the soy Wojak. Exactly. Didn't see you there. Hey, you didn't see anything just now, did you? You can't even say? Kris. Man, this is so freaking... like, there's still so much tension here. Hey. Let me tell you a secret.
Slam.
Quiet people piss me off. You think just cause you don't say anything, I can't tell exactly what you're thinking? It's over. I caught Susie eating all the chalk. This was her last chance. Now she'll finally be expelled. Come on, Kris, don't act shocked. You know it's true. Everyone's waiting for it. Everyone wants it. So congrats, Kris. You got me. I'm done for. Just let me say one little thing. Seems like a waste to get expelled just for having a snack. So, Kris, if I know you're gonna pull the trigger, why don't I just get expelled for some real carnage? Kris, how do you feel about losing your face?
Nah. You know, again, this feels so much different knowing the newest girl story. Because there she is also like by Kris just refusing to respond in any like way that a bully would expect a victim of bullying to respond. By doing that, you know, Susie is also like perplexed, right? And it kind of feels like she's also trying to hide it here. That will be my interpretation of this whole scene.
And also by doing that sick catch with the apple she threw at them.
Real, actually real. Kris, you've got a good mother. It'd be a shame to make her bury her child. Hard line for no reason. You're a school bully, dude. Alright, let's get this over with. We'll get more chalk, mosey back to class, and then, Kris, you'll do our project. How's that sound? Don't bother answering. I like how that still flickers. If you haven't gotten it by now, your choices don't matter. God, there's so much to unpack there, but I'm not even gonna begin. Like, considering everything, you know, everything. Let's go, freak! I like that one comic that's like, Kris feeling like gender euphoria from being called freak. I know it sounds weird, but it makes sense in context. I don't know if anybody knows it.
No.
I do not.
I don't think I do.
You look through the frosted window. I like how it's frosted. Like that's so just yeah, that happens. You know yeah. A blurry yellow object is teaching a bunch of blurry bored-looking objects. Wow.
Bored-looking objects.
It's just shapes. After a while, it was just shapes. A+ to anybody who gets that reference. The locker is locked. The locker's lock is locked. The locker is locked. The locker is covered in Jockington memorabilia. Oh yeah. The locker is locked. The locker is locked. The locker is locked. Okay. Are you ready for a Sadie Hawkman's dance? At this dance, all the chaperones wear giant hawk heads and screech at any students that make contact while dancing. Sounds fun. Yellow. Kris, what? Realize the baby classroom was a better fit for you? Hey, actually, I should come with you. Maybe I'll find a better partner in there. Nah, actually, let's not. Frickin' wuss. Could have went along with the gag. You drank from the water fountain. People put their mouth on that, you know. That wasn't encouragement, dumbass! Kris, you just gotta skip school. What, am I supposed to snitch on you? I'd snitch on you? I'd be rich, huh? Nah, I wouldn't. Get back here. Nah, I wouldn't. See, she's like... She doesn't have...
See, she's real. She's real.
Yeah, because like she's not... She doesn't go through with this stuff to the end. It's all a front. Like, immediately. No one picked up. She's in front.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear how, you know, yeah. She's just pretending but doesn't want to get too deep into it.
Hi chat, the thumbnail looks great by the way.
Yeah,
Thanks!
she's, you know, yeah.
Thanks, Blue Melon. I'm really quite actually proud of that sprite, considering that I speedrun it in like 30 minutes. In the thumbnail. Might have seen the comic you're talking about, but I'm gonna look it up because I wanna see it again. Go ahead. Never saw that second water fountain dialogue. I'm gonna try to get second dialogues on things. God, can you walk any slower or what? Nah, I get it. Not used to walking around without someone holding your hand? Come on, freak.
Susie, I was talking to chat, you wouldn't get it.
Freak, parentheses, endearing. Well, here's the closet. Too bad. We're just starting to have fun. Oh, the fun is coming. Shadows cutting deeper, photon readings negative.
Oh, I always loved how that connected, you know? Like, that's so clearly about Dark Worlds, it's not even funny. Like, shadows overpowering light, photon readings negative, like photons literally like not being where they are supposed to fall because of like an overwhelming shadow, like a supernatural shadow. That is so talking about Dark Worlds. Hey Kris, is it me or is it really dark in there? I love those sprites. When it's darker than dark. What's the holdup, Kris? Are you gonna go in or what? Fine! If you're gonna be a wimp, then I'll... See, I was wondering if I should do a raspy voice like a lot of people do, but I thought that would be too hard on my throat, and let's just not do that. We'll both go in at the same time! See? Why are you so scared? There's nothing in here but old papers. Let's try to find the light switch. Kris, if you leave me here, I'll... I remember seeing a video on what the hell is exactly this place. Like, why don't we just straight up jump into a hole with the Dark World already there? So I wonder. That's weird. I can't find a switch. Guess it's further in. Suddenly, secret corridor sign about the art club. Kind of big for a closet, huh? You'd think we'd have reached the end by now. Hey, Kris. I think this closet's, broken. No, it's working just fine. We're walking into Narnia, just a couple stops over. It's a bad joke, I'm sorry. There aren't any walls. Well, we've worked hard enough. If Alphys wants the chalk so bad, she can get it herself. Let's split.
There are walls.
I'm about to law them on.
And I am in them.
Law them on? I was gonna say law them on. Mow the lawn. So I can't actually stick around, but I hope you find the secret Easter egg where everyone starts deltaing their runes. Yeah, I will. That was added in a recent patch, actually. What the? Hey, this isn't funny. Let us out. Let us... Huh? The floor, it's... I really have... You know, I don't know why this sudden... Oh, ocean. What are noises? Chair with coat on it. Glitchy chair with coat on it. Okay.
You know, you're throwing, because ocean noises, the background of the vessel with the gunner
Yeah,
maker
that
is
being water.
like
Yeah.
water, and the image is called like Death.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
that
like
I
the
really...
song of the ocean.
Yeah.
From Onion Sun.
That's like the theming connecting with the ocean and darkness in general is really cool, because in my mind, right, stuff that is unavailable to the actual like citizens of the world, you know, the game world, is basically accessible by places that are dark enough in my mind, like stuff that is explicitly like enabled by dark worlds. And I like to imagine that since this place is also like completely like drooped in darkness and stuff, I like to imagine that, you know, if we were to really explore this place or just kind of fly out into there, we'd kind of be starting to see this, you know, behind the scenes stuff maybe. I don't know, I like the thought of that, of like, you know, us being so close to that kind of stuff, to discuss, to like disgust or nonsense, or just in general, you know, code stuff. Well, obviously, I don't think like the game is like a simulation, but I do think that there is like that stuff happening behind the scenes of the game is real. I do think that at least, you know.
But
of
there
the
is
game world.
someone seemingly stuck inside the code.
Yeah. Obviously. And I like that being connected to the ocean, because I always like whenever... Well, obviously, the word void hasn't fallen. That's clear. That's like just a purely fandom thing. But I really like when a concept of like... The concept of a void is connected with like visual themes of the deep ocean. I've always liked that. That's why the void fields in Risk of Rain 2 are so cool to me visually. But yeah, I think that's just so extremely interesting, especially considering what possible past Kris may have with the ocean, because I feel like something is there. And especially...
Kris in the dark world is blue like the ocean. That means something.
And especially thinking about that little thing you can do with Kris and Susie to just you know, chill by the chill by the lake. I think that's also something. Kris, attack 10, defense 2, magic 0. Wood blade. A wooden practice blade with a carbon reinforced core. Hell yeah.
Okay, here's the real questions. What bullshit do you think Sans is gonna make up to prevent us from seeing Papyrus both in chapters 3 and 4 again?
Papyrus locked himself in the tall sink.
Real.
Kris. Guts. Fire. Exactly. What the hell is with the little red pixel next to the TP, by the way? Level 1 human. Body contains a human soul. Do all sorts of things. It isn't magic. I also really like the... also, considering the fact that, you know, both Undertale and Deltarune are, you know, worlds that are extremely real to the characters inhabiting them, obviously, but they still obey the laws of a video game. Thinking about that, I really like the theme in like of Susie being a character that is able to break the boundaries of what is possible for a player character. I really like that about her. At times, you see it flickering, the light only you can see. By second nature, you reach out and save. Kris save file no more.
Kris is the star.
Hello. Patapum.
Wibbly whoop.
Patapum. I remember like some crazy theory post that connected the concept of the primordial ocean, which is present in many religions, including the ones with angels, with the ocean.org and depths. Ooh, I like that. And actually, something... Hold on a second. Maybe... Yes, what if some theming relating to darkness and the ocean will be related to the concept of the Super Sargasso Sea, which is like the place where universally forgotten things go, basically. What if? That would be awesome.
Well, universally forgotten, like hello, Gaster?
Well, no. I don't like believing like that's necessarily like the truth anymore. That he isn't remembered by anybody. But maybe he's like...
Here's a better example. Goner Kid.
Perhaps,
His whole point is
perhaps, yes,
living in a world where
and Goner Kid also looking into like a body of water that is completely black with no light around. That too. It's too dark to see anything. I definitely... You know what? What if Gaster's door being in waterfall is actually related to the fact that darkness equals ocean? What if? We're making some connections here today.
We are making some connections, and we haven't even started the proper chapter. Dude.
Well, to be honest, cliffs is like one of the more fascinating things about chapter 1.
True, true.
It's
Meanwhile, trying to
the
follow.
fact that we will be returning here, by the way, from the looks of things, is super interesting. It's too dark to see anything. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying our little like mania talking, you know. Piles of Azraels! Piles of Azraels dust. Sorry.
Piles of Azraels dust.
Gaster dancing gif. Andrew Cunningham reference. There's something glowing inside. Take it? No. It stayed. It stayed.
You know, a very small part of me kinda wants the Piles of Azraels dust theory to be 100% correct.
No,
just
no,
to see people's reactions.
No, please, no.
Purely just to see people's reactions.
Okay, no. Hear me out. You know how Toby did the fake out at the beginning with the like murderous Kris allegations? You know how he did the fake out? What if there's gonna be something like that, but for one of the more popular Deltarune theories, like in the future? What if? Like a fake out with piles of Azrael's dust, like a fake out.
Please, please, chapter 3, you enter a dark room and there's like a shadow with a cowboy hat and it's like a fucking mannequin or something. Please.
What if it's like Lancer?
The Lancer with the fake mustaches.
Yeah. Piles of Azrael's trauma scale. Honestly, I have no idea about any theories, or any theory I hear from you will blow my mind no matter what. Cool. I hope you're enjoying yourself, Doc. I love the mania talking, that is exactly what I tune in for, hell yeah. Hello,
Yeah,
Kamo.
speaking of...
Oh, yeah?
Speaking of the fake out thing, there's like a joke theory that the end of chapter 2 is also fake out, like the end of chapter 1, and Kris actually hit a gas pipe.
That is so funny!
And like, the theory is called gas leak theory.
That's actually...
Yes, leak.
I had to mute myself for a second, sorry. Hi, sorry, I was being loud. I was being really loud.
Well, yeah, we were screaming Azrael's piles of dust.
What I like also is... Well, actually, what I was thinking... See, I feel like Kris making the fountain is specifically supposed to be Kris is the night bait, and I feel like if there is any fake out, it will be that, you know? It'll be...
I 100% believe that Kris isn't actually the night.
I like the
mostly because in a narrative standpoint, revealing something this big in chapter 2 of 7 is just way too soon.
Nah, I don't think so. Think about how if the chest theory is correct, which a lot of people don't like chest theory anymore, but I still kind of like it.
I think it's me.
If chest theory is correct, chapter 5 will be night, so, you know, after that we also have 2 more chapters, so like...
No, yeah, I saw like a video of chess theory that like instead of being just actually chess pieces being the bosses, it's more like metaphorically like the about the movement of the pieces and not like the pieces themselves. So like the king moves a little and king always stays at his castle in chapter 1. The queen can move everywhere, and queen is everywhere in chapter 2, and like
yeah, that's actually
so
true.
the predictions, so the way that version of the theory was for the prediction is that like in chapter 3 the main villain is gonna just follow along in a more linear path.
Perhaps,
And stuff
but
like
at
that.
the same time, Toby really,
Yeah, but like,
at the same time, Toby really likes breaking patterns.
yeah, but like the main reason I like that theory is that yeah, chapter 5 is the night, and then they said it was like chapter 6 was gonna be the phone, which was gonna be Kris, and will be when Kris separates from you. And then chapter 7 will be about the player, so you and Gaster, which is on the opposite player.
That's kind of too far for my liking. I don't like theories that go that far into speculating on what the hell will be the ending of the game. I just don't
No,
like
that
hearing
sounds
about
neat.
them. I just don't like hearing about them. Hashtag TBH.
I do think we're gonna confront Gaster in some way. Probably not.
Oh, okay,
actually
let's
face
not,
to face,
let's
but-
save that maybe for later.
Okay.
A shimmering shard. Its use is unknown. Can't even. It's in the use frickin' menu, but you can't use it. Oh, alright, key. And can be used to make calls. Yeah. Me when I garbage my noise. Me when I garbage my noise, but it doesn't seem to be working. Me when I
Me when I put garbage on my phone.
Me when I put garbage on my noise. Me when I put garbage on my noise from Pizza Tower. Also, I didn't read your actual message, sorry Camo. There was a very funny theory that I joked about with my friends for months, that kitchen in Toriel's house is actually reference to Undertale, fridge in the Snowden calls called hot and hot. That's like kind of fine,
The
though.
sink waterfall. The sink.
That's kind of, yeah, the sink waterfall. I like that though, cause that's funny. Like, okay, well, not just funny. It's just like it fits still, right? Like it could be just like a little nod or Easter egg, you know. It could be that. You bathe your body in the light. A power shines within you, breaking through the darkness. Any pain you may have had melted away. HP fully restored. There's some stuff you could think about when it comes to the whole like you know like injuries in the dark world, because obviously Susie confirms food in the dark world does not satiate your proper like light world self, right? But at the same time, Birdley can like just get paralyzed in the arm, like get arm paralysis, right? And also just straight up go into comatose, right? He can do that. So I must wonder if even like minor injuries, if you like just go out of there without like full HP into the light world again, do you actually have injuries? Or was that something special? Was there something special about that specifically?
I feel like
in this
I'll let you finish.
in this land, only eyes blinded by darkness can see the way. There's also so much you could say about this, but okay, continue please, Aspi.
Well, I feel like HP and actually serious wounds are separate. Like HP is more the dark world thing.
Well, no, but
'Cause,
we
like-
still have a measure of HP in the light world too.
Yeah, but like still like when you just fight Birdley, he doesn't get injured. He only gets injured because of the plug.
Yeah. Or by Snowgrave, which is like a big deal. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Ralsei will be revealed to be the evil one? No,
I hate
it's,
it.
it's
I've
more-
always disliked it.
It'll be much more complex than that. I really like when people like not necessarily make claims about how it will go, but I like when people just generally ponder the idea of does Ralsei care about Kris or the player idea. I like when people ponder that. Seeing a surprisingly low amount of Deltarune Tomorrows in the chat. Hi, Blue Melon. Trying to explain basic concepts to Undertale fan. Okay, so Microwave is like Core from Undertale and Trashcan is like Asgore. Stop. Oh yeah, Craft, since we're doing Theory Talk, did you watch Device Theory? No, I keep forgetting to, I'm sorry. Device Theory mentioned we killing God for real. I need to watch it.
The Vice series cool. The Vice series
It's
really
been
interesting.
so long since I've seen the first part, and I've stalled for so long that 2 more parts came out.
Yeah, yeah. But part 3 is more of like the author's personal opinions. The theory itself ends on part 2.
Either way, shout out to Molly Stars. And also shout out to... God, I forget the YouTube channel name, but it's the person that also does Undertale, like Deltarune stuff. Like shorter form Deltarune theories that are like focused on very specific topics. The person with the... Vivat Veritas, that's the name, yeah. Shout out to them too. Cool videos. I need to watch more of them. I believe oh, hello ZylenZX, I don't think I said hi to you before. I believe Ralze is not evil, but he's kind of an attention to follow a script. That's what I was thinking, right? And
yeah,
I will point it out later what I think is him reacting badly to something not going according to the script as he's been taught it. Ralze isn't
like
evil, but his actions will have consequences that he won't himself expect what I think. Okay, maybe. Probably.
Like he's doing everything in his power to keep whatever the prophecy says going.
In this land, only eyes blinded by darkness can see the way. So clearly,
this definitely has to do with the secret bosses, right?
Perhaps, yes, like things being found like that in the dark, but I do think it's also the fact that like the secret stuff that regular denizens of just the world aren't supposed to see. Maybe it's related to that, like how all of that is just hidden in the darkness, like it's in plain sight but hidden in the darkness, and you can't see it because of the dark. And this. I have a kind of a crack theory here. What if...
Alright, go.
No. For us, here. Let's do this first. So...
Very hard puzzle.
Magic glass. This is something that was used in Undertale and returns in Deltarune in like specific rooms where if you go out of the bounds of like the platforms that you're supposed to walk on, magic glass appears under your feet to like just basically fix the illusion, right? That you're actually walking on something. You're not just absolutely breaking the game, right? Here is the thing. That it could be actually really interesting thing to analyze, again, considering everything about the dark and especially, you know, this place. My crack theory here... Crack theory, remember, don't make fun of me because it is a crack theory. At some point, we will wear a blindfold and it will allow us to make magic glass anywhere that has just a completely black tile. That's my theory.
That's cool.
And also that's also kind of inspired by the Hall of Egress, that episode in Adventure Time, but I digress. Just, you know, when I was first thinking of that, I kind of was like thinking back, oh, Hall of Egress was so cool. Anyway.
I don't think the magic glass is ever going to be relevant because it was always supposed to be a patch on a bug.
No,
like a band-aid on a bug.
No, but that's the thing though. That is exactly the sort of the gameplay aspect that would, you know, be incorporated by Toby into the plot. Like, you know, just buttons and like saving and stuff like that. This is totally something that Toby would incorporate into the story.
That's true, but how do you explain it in Undertale then?
You don't have to. Not everything in Deltarune that works has to work in Undertale, especially when we think about how just determination.
Oh yeah, but if it's relevant, if it's a thing that actually happens in canon in one universe, it has to happen in canon in the other too. You can't just make it a bandit on a bug in one and an actual lore thing in another.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think those have to be true, both true. I really don't. Especially since the determination itself is like an explanation for a gameplay thing, fundamentally, right? And we have a completely different thing, like description of determination in this game. Especially since monsters seem to be just fine with having like lots of it.
Hey, back off. I'll come any closer and I'll... Kris, phew. Hey, don't scare me like that, dumbass. Unless you want to get clocked in the face. Anyway, enough screwing around. We gotta find a way out of here. Where is here, anyway? It doesn't matter. You got us into this mess. You got us out. Lead the way, Kris.
No.
Oh my god, never mind. You have no idea where you're going.
I did not remember the dialogue.
You also get something similar if you walk instead of running. Then she says like you're way too slow.
And also, if you run in the correct direction, she says, "Hey, this is not a race. I'm just."
I remember that one. I remember the race one, yes.
So whenever I look at these, I always think back to I always think back to Deltarune Repainted, and I always think back to how all of these are replaced with like Pierre from JoJo. His hair, you know. Yeah, I just always think of that. Anyway,
Repainted, my beloved.
I remember there being a while ago there was like some kind of post that got popular that was asking like, so what the hell are these things? I believe this is chalk. Hey Kris, there's someone up there waving at us. Any idea what they want? Sans. Holy crap, Spade's slick from the homestead. Run, Kris! Okay. Look at all of these black chrome symbols. Okay. Kismesis, attack! Yeah, thank you, Doc. Kris, down here! I really like how this is parallel in chapter 2. Like, we get like that little Cliff's equivalent, even though obviously it's the same Dark World. Like, the difference in the chapter 2 version of this is that, you know, that place is actually the same visually as, you know, Cyberfield, so... No hole in the wall. Hello. Oh, you're not dead. Sweet. You got any idea what the heck this place is? Me neither. The way you're just like... Yeah, this is all in the school closet, yeah. I wonder if there is anyone in the building up there. Maybe this place is an abandoned theme park? Wait. Where are the rides then? Maybe they abandoned it because they weren't any. Alright, Susie. It's very specific. Closed shops. It looks like a shop, but the door is locked and no one's inside. I wonder if these worked at some point, like in the retroactive history, as in it's locked. Like if there were actual citizens, it's locked. Or if this is all like prepared for by Rousey, it's locked. I love the visuals of this. Looks so cool.
Oh,
no, because I don't remember so much of chapter 1, like any of the details, do these shops and things actually open up later on?
They get replaced by other buildings.
They get transformed into the like colorful buildings that get inhabited into the 4, you know? In front of you, a castle looms beneath the empty town. The black gazer emerges from it, piercing endlessly into the sky. The power of this place shines within you.
Hey, don't leave this room yet. Yeah, go back up at the save.
Yeah?
There's something very interesting to the soul. So if you look at the background, there's all these stars.
Yeah.
That kind of looks similar to the save point star.
Oh yeah.
In chapter 2, when the save point in the middle moves to the right because
Yeah.
the chest also gets added. The blue star in the background to the left, like the bottom left star, disappears.
Huh?
I don't know if that's intentional.
I
even,
mean,
but
this entire sprite stays
it's
pretty much the
interesting.
same, so I guess it is? That's crazy, okay. Also, what I was gonna say, look, obviously these aren't like exact like equivalents, but you have inn here, which would maybe later be the cafe. You have sword here, which might be the dojo. You have the item symbol, which might be Sham's shop, and question mark, which I guess could be like the bakery where Malleus is. You know, another interesting thing that I thought about. It's really interesting how everything that Ralsei sets up, right? Obviously, what Ralsei actually says in the legend does have serious consequences and stuff, and is related to you know, the actual like plot of everything, right? But it's very much like mythologized. It's so like grandiose, and then we're experiencing kind of a. In chapter 1 itself, for most of it, it kind of feels like we're playing something completely separated from the legend. At least to me, that always seemed like it. And I kind of like how the way that Ralsei sets everything up, it kind of really feels like this basically the standard RPG adventure plot setup, right? And then it goes all quirky because that's the reality of things, right? But the way that, you know, Ralsei expects things to go is a specific way, you know. I don't know. I always kind of like that, how there is that framework in his mind, and that gets flipped on its head, and then the framework that gets replaced by that also gets flipped on its head once we get to like stuff about, okay, what the hell is going on with Jevil? What the hell is going on with the actual fountain? Like, why does our soul go out? We don't even like. Is there anything related to these save points that we don't know, because we don't actually have anything on them, and we've only seen save points in the Dark World so far. So, you know, that kind of stuff. It really feels like there are multiple narratives, right, being replaced by one another throughout the game. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of a reflection I've had on Deltarune more recently.
Yeah, it's cool. I get it.
Yeah, this shitting bugging around my keyboard, I'm trying to type.
A castle? Why the hell is there a castle inside a supply closet? Welcome, heroes! Who's there? Do not be alarmed, I am not your enemy. Please come forward, both of you. I am a mysterious person behind a cloak. Welcome, I am the prince of this kingdom. The kingdom of darkness. Kris, Susie, there is a legend in this land, a legend that one day the heroes of light will arrive and fulfill the ancient prophecy foretold by time and space. Please, heroes, listen to my tale. So, there is actually really funny dialogue during the Lancer fight if you completely refuse on all and every. And
True.
I'm really, really wondering. No, okay, I'll refuse once just for the fun, and then I'll listen. I do want them to listen. Really? Are you sure? It's very important, and in my opinion, it's a really nice prophecy. I think you'd quite like it. We know it already? Man, do we do the funny or no?
No.
Do you also want to do Snowgrave?
On this save file, like, diverted from this, probably.
But like, would you just load the one at the start of chapter 2, or would you also go back to chapter 1 and finish it by fighting instead?
Nah, probably not.
Because like, if so, I was gonna say, oh, you can skip it when you replay it for
Okay,
Snowgrave.
you know what? Just for being safe here, I'll copy the save file that we have right here. Continue from
Alright.
Wait, what?
Huh? But
Continue.
Oh,
I
okay.
said I'll write it.
Never mind. Oh yeah, we
Oh.
can actually showcase stuff here. Look. This is something that not many people are aware of, and honestly, I'll assume that some of you in the chat don't know. So, obviously, a lot of people are familiar with the save file screen after you beat Chapter 1, being obviously the image with the 3 heroes and the fountain in the background. But there is this one before you beat Chapter 1, which is also super mysterious, like before the story actually sets in. Where you can like do all of everything, like copy, erase, chapter select, yeah. And there are some actually really interesting stuff here. So let's do this. Choose
When
the
you
one.
copy and try to erase.
Choose the one to copy. Choose the target for the reflection. Like such specific language being used here. The division is complete. Choose the target for the reflection. The division is complete.
Is there dialogue if you overwrite it? I forgot.
Choose the target for the reflection. It will be subsumed. Do not. It retained its original shape.
Oh.
Choose the target for the reflection. It will be subsumed. Overwrite. What an interesting behavior. Erase. Select the one to erase. No. Then it was spared. Select the one to erase. Yes. Then it will be destroyed. Do not. It was spared. Okay. Then it will be destroyed. It was as if it was never there at all.
So like this just means that the multiple save files has to be relevant in some way,
Yes,
right? Like
and
no way
a
the
lot of
dialogues
people
would be, the text
have-
would be this specific otherwise.
Yes, and a lot of people have theorized that it might be relevant in a very similar way that multiple save files were relevant in the room in Off the RPG, you know, which I do wonder about. I need to remember how do you trigger the preparations are complete thing. Like, how does that happen? Because if you fill out 3 save slots here in like a similar like you fill them out here, there is like something you do, and then there is like thing of like the preparations are complete with the 3 save files, and I don't remember what it is.
I don't remember.
Hold on, let me see if I can look it up. Deltarune.
I was gonna do
The
that.
preparations are complete.
Is it copying another save?
Well, I've already done that multiple times.
Right. I'm not sure then.
When overwriting, there is some. Okay, Reddit post.
There is one where if you copy a save on the one that you are copying, it will say it is immune to its own image.
Oh, actually, let me check that. Choose the target for the reflection. It is immune to its own image. Yeah, cool. Actually, let's. Wait, I had an idea just now.
What is it?
Oh, okay. The preparations are complete if you overwrite so that all files are identical.
Well, I already did that though. Choose the one to copy.
No, you need because like all three need
look
to
at
be.
this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. If you try to copy an empty one, it is barren and cannot be copied. That is also really interesting. Like the word barren, like it's so material, as if it like it was trying to tell you this isn't just numbers on a screen, you know. Barren makes me think of some kind of actual wasteland, you know. I think that's really interesting. Oh, actually, let's erase an empty one too. But it was already gone. That really reminds me of But Nobody Came. Or but it refused.
If every file is empty, it will say, but there was nothing left to copy.
Division is complete. What an interesting behavior.
One interesting behavior is he says if you overwrite a file after all 3 are identical.
Oh, okay, so let's maybe try to do it here, like this. The division is complete. No, okay, I still can't get the freaking dialogue from before, like that was mentioning. Well, that's okay.
No, because like the division is complete is because you're copying it in an empty slot. You need to override an existing one to then have all 3 be the same to get preparations are complete. But yeah, now it's gonna give this one because all 3 were already the same before you did that. So like to trigger it, you need to have at least one of them to be full but with something else.
Oh,
So that you
okay.
can override it instead of copying it on an empty one.
Okay, that's fine then. Okay, let's stop messing with it.
Oh,
Yeah?
there's another I only saw one. If you threaten, unquote, to delete a file 10 times by like doing erase and then changing your mind, if you do
Yeah,
it 10 times in
10
a row,
times.
it says very interesting.
Very interesting. Okay. Actually,
Very
let me do that. Let me
interesting.
do that. I wanna see it happen. Hold on a second. Let me do that.
Are you stuck deciding on deleting it, or are you being intentional?
I guess, yeah. Okay. No. 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 No.
Isn't it if you threaten to erase it?
Oh. Oh, very interesting.
Very
Got it.
interesting.
Got it.
Very interesting.
Yeah, okay. Let's continue now. You guys saw the very
Damn,
interesting,
this
right?
player is a weird one.
Just remembered how Toby was inspired by some cool card suits he designs he saw? Yeah. He basically added them in. Holy crap, I just looked them up and Lancer was the Jack. Craft, you were onto something when you said Spade Slick. Yeah. No way, River Person. I remember seeing this one post on Twitter that was like, what if River Person is every man and he's just standing backwards? Like his like schnoz being the bump on the hood. I thought that was really funny. This has so many implications. The unique save menu screen. Completely missed the screen because I always beat the chapter in one go. Yeah. The thread value. Why did Toby even call it the thread value? Don't just to mess with us. Thread value? What is thread value? Oh, the thing that we just did now?
The thing that tracks how many times you threaten the file.
Hmm. I think it is filling out 3 files. I like to call this lost in underground translation. I guess Toby likes English quotes. Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm back. Okay, hi. Okay. Sorry for stalling so much there. It's interesting, you know? Shy fingers.
Yeah.
Shy fingers.
It's all part of the brain rot.
We know it already. Really? You've heard it already? Or perhaps I shouldn't have rehearsed it so much. Look, dude, we didn't come here for a bedtime story. Just tell... What the hell was that? Just tell us how to go home. The easiest way would be to seal the eastern fountain. Fountain? You mean, like the water bubbler or something? The fountain. What? Why is my screen flashing? Are you guys seeing that or no?
No.
No. But there were times where the stream pops me out, and I have to enter this to watch the stream again.
No, not for me. The stream is normal for me.
Are you sure you actually know the legend? Look. No. But I think I've got enough info. See you two later. Wait, let me at least tell you how to... It got buried before, but Craft, if you wanted to try doing a live stream reaction to device 382 and then Molly might also show up because I'm in her server and I could tell her. I did a stream where I reacted to a bunch of stuff once and it felt weird. I probably would be fine if the person is fine with being reacted to, but like... I mean, maybe I'll think about it, but I don't think I'm all that good at reacting, you know? I don't think so. Well, I'm good at pausing and like writing messages about it, but I don't think I'd be that good at it on stream. Maybe, I don't know.
It definitely feels weird making content by watching someone else's content.
Yeah. Despite the reaction videos being kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, for me to do that again, it would feel strange. Oh, one nerd down to the go. My dad's gonna make me son of the month. He has one son, by the way. Who the hell are you? I'm the bad guy. Bad guy? You know, teardrop-headed kid from the legend. See, so... That is...
It's not in the legend.
No, but like, he was in the picture. He was in the picture.
Yeah.
So he knows he's somewhat involved in like everything, in like the big picture of things. No. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard to explain. I could help explain it? Stay out of this, kind boy. No, I'll protect the heroes with my life. Actually, can you hold off? I wanna hear this kid. Okay, so, long story short, you guys are heroes, you wanna go east and seal our dark fountain, that'll stop darkness from covering the world. We, on the other hand, don't want that, because it would rule and be great. Wait, why do we want to stop that? I don't know, I guess I could go ask my dad. I could tell you. We got this. This entire chain of interactions is great if we actually choose to not listen. So the point is, you wanna fight us? Correctamundo! Alright, kid. Now you're telling me something I understand. Lancer busts in. Okay. I do want them to hear the legend, just in case that has any sort of repercussions later, so I'll load.
Yeah, this is a you thing.
This is
very much a you thing.
This is a me thing. This is very, very much a me thing.
I should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
You're doing this.
Yeah, shut up.
I was thinking you do the tail one, the legend.
Okay. Truly a rule buster moment, also information. Ladies and gentlemen, NB Pals, the best character in the entire game has just dropped exactly. Maybe just... Okay. Very well then. Okay. Once upon a time, a legend was whispered among shadows. It was a legend of hope. It was a legend of dreams. It was a legend of light. It was a legend of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. There's Lancer. For millennia, light and dark have lived in balance. bringing peace to the world. Have they though? I don't Dark worlds are a new thing, but if this harmony were to shatter, a terrible calamity would occur. Well, dark worlds are a new thing, but not from that perspective. The sky will run black with terror, like, you know, retroactive history and stuff. The land will crack with fear. I've once wanted to write a theory about retroactive history specifically, then her heart pounding. But I actually haven't gotten around to it at all, therefore draw her final breath. So maybe I will at some point though. I kind of
Just say it after the legend!
Only then the
Jesus!
3 heroes appear at World's Edge. Maybe I will make it into a video. A human. That would be cool actually. A monster. And a prince from the dark. Like I had some very
You're
specific
doing it on
thoughts
purpose
about,
now.
Like I had some very specific thoughts about the topic. Only they can seal the fountains and banish the Angel's Heaven. Angel's Heaven is something really interesting because talking about us, or is it talking about Allied World in general? Only then will balance be restored and the world will saved from destruction. Because obviously a big good candidate for what the angel is player or Gaster maybe. Sorry, didn't read that. The Gazer that gives us our land, this landform, stands tall at the center of the kingdom.
Well, if you're...
But recently, another fountain has appeared on the horizon.
If you really...
And with it, the balance of light and dark begins to shift.
If you think about it, in Undertale 2, technically, you were the angel who empties the underground.
Yeah.
And it will make sense for you to be the angel in here too, and in the ending of the game,
that's kind of
the Angel's Heaven gets banished and you lose access to the game.
That's the thing though, in Undertale the legend was Angel who has seen the surface, and if we play Undertale we have almost not seen the surface, like anything of the surface. Well, kind of, like in the like...
Just open your window, asshole, you are on the surface.
Okay, but like not in the game world. World's Edge, like the edge of a shadow where reality and dream meet? Me when I phantasm my penumbra? Yeah, what's... I was gonna mention, when you said World's Edge with those 3 question marks, I thought you were gonna make a Patapon reference. I think that they were going to World's End, not World's Edge, but yeah. Angel's Heaven gets banished and the game deletes itself like Toby wanted. Okay. Kris, Susie, thank you for listening to my long tale. I deeply believe that you are the heroes of the legend. But also, the legend implies that... Doesn't the legend imply that only then 3 heroes will emerge, as in we already are like in the middle of the roaring? Like, wouldn't that be the case? Like, this is all what we're experiencing right now is already the roaring? Like, wouldn't that be the implication? And that despite whatever enemies you may face, you two have courage to save the world. Delta warriors, please, won't you accept your destiny? Nah. What? Me? Some kind of hero or something? You've got the wrong person. But Susie, without you, the world will... So obviously, again, like I mentioned before, Susie is the character that breaks the boundaries of what the player character is limited to, right? But I also like how that theme is a lot more visible, I guess, more apparent in just the fact that she refuses to go alongside Rose's story. I also just think that's really cool. Like how, obviously, that is a very simple plot point, but can be connected to that too. But Susie, without you, the world will... So what if the world gets destroyed? It's none of my damn business. Might even be kind of fun, honestly. Anyway, Kris, if you wanna play this pretend game with this weirdo, stick around. I'm going to find a way out of here. Susie, wait! Okay, there you go.
Lancer!
Patapon mentioned, I jumped. Yeah, the eyeball creature. I haven't never played it, but I watched like a Polish YouTuber named JJ Joker play it a long time ago. And it sticked around with me. I need to actually at some point play it myself, extremely legally, wink wink. But yeah, I definitely wanna play play it at some point. It looks so cool.
I liked Patapon so much as a kid.
Huh? Luna?
I liked Patapon so much as a kid. I was never able to finish it, but I kept coming back to it like every couple of months, and I think I got close to the end by the end, but then I stopped using my PSP.
I see. I love the part in chapter 7 when Tenna said this really was our Deltarune chapter 7. Sure. Crackest theory ever, Ralsei was contacted by Gaster as evidenced by the Wingdings prophecy? What? But the... Oh, like the... Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Him.png? Or him. What was it? PNG? I don't remember. But like Queen and King, he's able to comprehend being real without going insane. That's the kind of also the thing, because there is not being real in the sense of being a Darkner, and there is not being real in the sense of being a character in a game. And those two also, like, there is a fine line between the two, I feel, in a lot of the theming in Deltarune. And I also feel like that could connect to what I was talking about before, with backstage stuff being basically within reach if only you could traverse, like, this infinite darkness.
True, heroes already running away. The heroes already running away, and they didn't even know I was here. My dad's gonna make me son of the month.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the bad guy. You clowns want to seal our dark fountain, huh? And still picturing you guys as clowns. Save the world from eternal darkness, huh? Don't try to deny it. We both know you'll go east. It's your only way home. But I, Lancer, won't let you go there. And I've got a flawless two-step plan to ensure it. Step 1, I thrash you. Step 2, you lose.
Nice plan, kid.
Really?
Yeah, actually. Mind if we use it on you instead? Okay, let's go. God, I remember watching a playthrough that was like, they got into here and just all memory of Undertale completely vanished and started attacking and didn't stop attacking for the entire chapter 1.
No, damn!
Oh man.
Wow!
Lancer, attack 7, defense 1. Not to call a spade, but he's a spade. Not old enough to ride a motorcycle, so he just set his bike on fire.
Old clowns, this pure bike is fueled by victory.
I remember talking to a friend IRL, and I remember him saying that he doesn't like Deltarune because it like got rid of the heart mechanic, but like no, it didn't. He was just remembering everything completely wrong because he watched a playthrough but didn't pay attention to it. So I guess he just completely missed everything about the soul moving around and dodging attacks, and I had to convince him, no, you are cracked out of your goddamn mind.
That's insane. Fucking blacked out for half of the run of the game.
No, but that's the thing, you only watched a playthrough.
Every time they see a heart, they maybe didn't see it.
Don't know how I got that axe, but like, that's cool. No, actually, we're using the glow shard. You used the glow shard, but nothing happened.
Below.
I love to get thrashed. Just kidding. That's you. You love to get thrashed. Get wrecked.
Grazing. Actually, okay, now I've got hit. Lancer is thinking about chips. Warning. You tell Lancer to watch out for Susie's attack. He readies himself.
Miss. So what are you guys doing after this?
Saving the world, I don't know. Lancer is thinking about chips. Compliment. You tell Lancer you can't tell the difference between his clothes and his body. He seems flattered. His attack power went down.
Ow, you make my feelings do wheelies, sweet wheelies.
Frick. Okay, no, I'm bad at this.
Wait a second. My bike's running out of fuel. Alright, you punkaroos. You had the luck of the draw this time, but next time the losers will be you. Ha! Bye, losers. I gotta get home before dinner.
and I bet rules card made it, not even king.
Yeah.
Are you two okay? Allow me to introduce myself more properly. I am... Jeez, can you take off that hood? I can barely hear you from under there. Alright. Okay, I need to actually make a voice for him. Hello everyone, I'm Ralsei. Kris, Susie, it's ever so wonderful to meet you. I'm certain we're going to become great friends and... Best way to leave is Ace, right? Yes, that's what I'll... Got it. See you at school, Kris. Hello, May. Welcome to the chat. Hello, toothpaste boy. I suppose it's just the two of us then. Just the two of us. Kris, I'm a prince, but I currently don't have any subjects. I have been waiting alone here for my whole life for you to arrive. See, that's also the thing with all the retroactive history, but this kind of does clash with my, like, Ralsei is horns theory, because wouldn't Ralsei still remember Kris in general, right? Like, So, I'm really happy to meet you. I hope we can be good friends, Kris.
Well, are Darkners aware while
Yes.
in the light world?
Yes, they're not completely aware, but they have. Okay, yes, retroactive history as Darkners, right? But we are told in chapter 1 that the purpose of the Darkners in this, in like the kingdom over, not necessarily this kingdom, but the kingdom over, was to serve Lightners and entertain them, which makes sense. They were all like game pieces and stuff, right? So there is clearly a level of awareness. Because King feels betrayed that the Lightners stopped coming. Clearly, you know, reflective of the classroom being locked. So, yeah. But it's also interesting because, like, despite the Card Kingdom having, like, all of this retroactive history, from Ralsei's perspective, the Fountain is new. You know? Because this is a different Dark World, a different point of reference. So I think that's also really something really interesting to keep in mind about Dark Worlds. By the way, Luna, have you been like internalizing any of the theory talk we've been saying or no? Because you haven't really commented.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Because, you know,
Thank
on
you for
streams
checking
that aren't Homestuck, you kind of just don't talk much, so I wanted to kind of make sure.
I'm having
Yeah.
difficulty internalizing.
That's okay.
Don't worry, these Deltarune streams are just gonna be me and Craft yapping.
Perhaps. Remember, everyone, Ralsei is
Yeah.
canonically British because he says lift instead of elevator. Okay.
When your goal is watched.
I like Shadow Ralsei a lot more than regular Ralsei. Not that unpopular of an opinion. I'd say it's like 50-50. That's okay. Let's try to find Susie. She, Fufuvi. She must be to the southeast. You can lead the way, Kris. Talk option, Martlet. Commands the party with various acts. Leader. Level 1 leader, not human. Lonely Prince, Dark World being, has no subjects. Level 1. 16% pacify. Spare a tired enemy by putting them to sleep. 32% heal prayer. Heavenly Light restores a little HP to one party member. Depends on magic. So, if it really, he's actually like, if it's not just aesthetics, right? Because really, Undertale magic is all aesthetics. They don't like siphon power from everywhere. It's all coming from them, and whether it looks like this or looks like that is completely up to them what they want the powers to look like, right? Here it's implied that he is siphoning the power from somewhere. If it's true that we are the angel, how does that work? How are we like not kind of aware of it in any way? Where exactly is this healing light coming from? Just thinking about that, you know? But attack 8, defense 2, magic 7, kindness 100, fluffiness. And I like how the fluffiness symbol is the fluffy shield spell from the Spantan Neo fight. And then guts, no guts, 0 guts. Dark World Being has no subjects. So something here that I remember seeing in a Half-Bred Chaos video is that while all of the other symbols are filled in white, kindness, the smiley face, is specifically just outlines, just white outlines, which could very well be interpreted as the wingding symbol for like the smile, which also could be connected to the fact that in the same spot, I think, that the kindness stat is in, Noel has a stat represented by a snowflake, which is also a wingding symbol, which is a stretch, but I think it's interesting. I forget. Actually, let me look it up. Hold on, let me look it up.
I can do that. Keep playing.
No, wingdings. Wingdings. Let's see.
Didn't you want to not delay the stream?
Yes, shut up. So smiley face is J, and then snowflake is T. So I guess we have JT, if that's anything.
Wow.
The thing that is definitely way more relevant when it comes to letters is, you know, the whole like w.org and d.org stuff.
Yeah.
You know, which again,
I've seen a bunch of stuff about that, because like, if we've been getting one for every chapter, and if we are right, then it will spell WD Guster. That's 8 characters, not 7.
Yes. That's why I'm saying my theory about there being an intermission chapter between 3 and 4 is actually plausible.
People have been thinking about like a chapter 0.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just a misled idea, because in the files there is a slot that will be for chapter 0, but that's just because values start from 0, and Toby just made chapter 1 value 1 and had it start from 1 instead. So I think that's just an accident.
Or there will be some like game meta frickery later on that will require us to have like displays for 10 chapters.
Yeah, there are people thinking about there being up to 10 chapters. I don't know where that comes from, but I don't know.
Let me see what w.org is again, because
actually, I think it's like,
yeah,
there is like placeholder stuff in the files for chapter intros for up to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why people think it's gonna be up to 10, but I think
it's gonna be messing with you. I think it's gonna be like a gag or some weird meta stuff going on. But also I wanted to listen to w.org because I don't actually remember what it is. Oh.
Isn't it like wind?
Yes, it's literally just wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also interesting because while I feel like, you know, doing Snowgrave makes the man dislike us, considering that it's not possible for us to get the egg if we do Snowgrave. I feel like
the man is not happy with your actions.
Yeah, I feel like Snowgrave still will peer into the darkness in a new way that the main route will not like account for. Like because of that also. Ralze, the Lonely Prince is now your ally. The power of Fluffy Boys shines within you. Come to think of it, how did Lancer get up there? I suppose he rode his bike up the slide of the cliff? Yes.
Mountain bike.
Mountain bike.
Mountain
He has
bike.
very strong legs. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked. There was a unique dialogue here, I don't remember. Wait, wasn't there a unique dialogue here for a second ago? Can you check?
I don't know.
Like, check back the stream. I won't myself. Just now.
Fandom.
Oh, Kris! It's the training dummy I made. Now seems like a great chance to prepare for the enemy. Would you like me to teach you how to fight? Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a shop, but the door is locked and no one's inside.
Okay.
I think because like you interacted with the window instead of the door.
Or maybe. See that heart, Kris? That's your soul, the culmination of your being. Within, it holds your will, your compassion, and the fate of the world. Don't have many thoughts on that, though you probably could dig into something there. If it gets hit, you and your friends will lose HP. If everyone's HP reaches 0, we'll lose the battle. So please take care to avoid the enemy's attack. Ready? Let's try dodging. Great job, Kris. You're a natural. Anyhow, after the enemy attacks, it's our turn, Kris. First, I'll teach you how to fight. Though fighting is unnecessary in this world, there is no harm in a thorough lesson. Yay! Huh? Kris, you'd rather hug it out than fight? You know what? That's fine. We don't need to fight. Okay, let's next try defending. Simply defend. Gather TP. Watch the orange big bar on the left. I'll explain it next. Okay, what if we attack this time though? Kris, you don't need to hit it anymore. I already know you're great at attacking. Well, you don't actually. I didn't showcase it.
That's pretty funny oversight.
Spare. Kris spared the dummy. Kris, since you spared an enemy after acting, you would have won the— oh, we skipped the defending part. Oops.
You're skipping stuff. You're sequence breaking the tutorial.
You would have won in a real battle, but don't you want to learn other things first? Okay, no, never mind. Try defending. Great job, Kris. Now that you've got our TP, how about spinning that TP on one of my spells? Because you hit the enemy enough, it got tired. And now, if you use my pacify spell on it, it'll fall asleep and we'll win peacefully. What if I—
Oh, are you scared?
I can't. Okay.
Oh, no mind.
Rosy spared the dummy. Kris, wouldn't you rather learn about spells?
No.
Kris, do you know what a spell is? Can humans not even ask people to use them? Rosy used the glow shard, but nothing happened. Kris, what if you just gave me a hand sign? Heal prayer.
Your prayer.
If this is too difficult, let's move to the next lesson, okay? No! Remember when you hugged the— I wanted to— no, I'm sorry, Rosy. I didn't want to do that, I'm sorry. Remember when you hugged the dummy by acting on it? Because of that, its name turned yellow. Now by using the spare command, you can win.
You need to reload because now you didn't use a spell in chapter 3. You're not gonna know about the spell, so it's over. You need to reload.
Kris, I don't think if this is what you're supposed to be doing, but Kris, are you trying to ask me to give you a tutorial on hugging? I've never been hugged by anyone before, besides the dummy to test it out, so I don't know anything about it, sorry. I suppose you're the one teaching me, haha. Okay, I think we're making Kris uncomfortable, let's just spare. Great job, Kris, that'd be the end of a real battle. I'm really happy I had the chance to teach you, Kris. 3 dark shmula. Doom dollar. We got $3 dollars. Okay, oh, that was fun. You're a wonderful student, Kris. And in case you ever need a refresher, here, I wrote a manual for you and Susie. Press C to open the menu to use it in your items. You got the manual. Oh, right, forgot this. Magic scarf made of lightly magical fiber. Lightly magical. Oh yeah, item. Manual. Rosie's handmade book full of various tips and tricks. Oh yeah, you would use it on both people. You tried to read the manual, but it was so dense it made your head spin. Okay. It's just a dummy.
I wonder why the actual manual sprites were never used.
I don't know. I think it's I don't know, maybe more so a nod to the Undertale demo.
Maybe.
When making a Deltarune, Toby was certainly way more prepared for people to data mine the game, so maybe it was specifically for that. Maybe, I don't know. Cause obviously you had the if you post this online, no one will be impressed. It will be your fault in Undertale before an update. And I always do wonder if that was just, you know, part of the story. Well, obviously part of the story, yes, because, you know, the voices. But
The voices.
But I was still wondered if that was genuinely Toby not expecting for people to like make data mine stuff public information, or if it was just, you know, still kind of like part.
Well,
of
he probably wanted to not have
Delay
people spoil the surprise of the fun events.
That also, and probably also just in general stuff about alternate ways to play the game, maybe. Like, maybe somebody was like, oh, maybe it was like a thing of like, okay, so this person will finish the game and then they will immediately start data mining it without trying out other stuff, despite them being curious and stuff, you know? Because if you have curiosity, you know, Undertale predicts your curiosity by, you know, letting you reset, doing that kind of stuff, and having somebody like Flowey react to that, you know? But if you just data mine, the game can't really predict that. While I feel like also Half-Bred Chaos has kind of noted in a video, Deltarune stuff feels much more, oh, you want to data mine? You want a game? I'll give you a game, you know?
Ooh, you want data mine so bad, ooh.
No wonder Lancer was able to come through. Kris, once we pass through this door, our adventure will really begin. A journey foretold exactly by the prophecy. Not exactly clearly, since you keep getting surprised by things. But, Kris, I believe your choices are important too. This world is full of all kinds of people, Kris. In the end, how we treat them makes all the difference. So let's try our best to get by without fighting. If we can manage to do that, I believe this tale may have a happy ending. Otherwise, I fear that you may not find the result favorable. Oh, I'm sorry, is that too much to ask? I can handle it. Kris, I knew you were a hero the moment I saw you. Let's try our best, alright? Yay. Again, I'm thinking just of the Deltarune repainted version of this with the guy blocking the door. Weird Birds, my beloved, favorite song in the OST. With the door closed behind you, your adventure will truly begin. The power of adventure shines within you.
Signs?
Wait a second, Ralsei mentioned hand signs? Kris speaks in hands? JT music down to the boat cannon to Deltarune. Yeah, true, actually. Guts from the Earthbound, also known as Mother 2? Not sure. Is that a reference to Earthbound? I didn't actually know that. I remember the super early fan art of Ralsei where he's drawn as a spider person, basically. I love that. I love that. That's kind of awesome. I love it when his fangs are more visible. It looks like he's biting the scarf. Yeah, it's cool. My name is Ralsei. I made the training dummy.
It was difficult to stuff it together.
Yeah. To put the threads together. But unfortunately, something went so wrong, and now I can't do anything without looking at Kris hugging the damn thing. Okay. I remember there was a giant spreadsheet on Reddit connecting Snowgrave Stronger with Kara and many other things. Cool. Ralsei and Spamton are the only Darkners to ever mention the soul. Guster! Yeah. Very cool. Vibing. To Toho! The Field of Hopes and
Why
Dreams.
does this thing only show up here?
Toho reference.
Okay.
Toho reference.
Yeah, I know, but why only here?
Joke.
Pa-ra-pa-pa. La-ra-ra-ra-ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. God, this song brings back so many good memories. Just... being... For me, it's like... Because I didn't play or watch an Undertale playthrough before looking at Deltarune, the first time around seeing this wasn't that special for me, right? Obviously I enjoyed the music, but it wasn't all that special. I didn't feel that as much, right? But coming back to it later, especially being in communities where people analyzed stuff and just kind of admired the little things about both games, it became special for me, and yeah, it still is. This song is fantastic. Enemies ahead, you're gonna die, Side Lancer.
Playing this in 2018 was
Hi guys, it's Diamond's Droog from Homestead. Okay.
like I was sure like it was it for Undertale. Nothing of the sort was gonna be made after it.
Yeah.
And then just this gets shadow dropped out of nowhere.
Yup, that was awesome. I wasn't there, but that's awesome. Rude, attack 6,
Like,
defense 0.
like at first I thought it was gonna be just a new project by Toby unrelated from Undertale, then fucking the soul appears at the start, like, oh shit.
Yeah. Actually, okay, here is a question. If we have time before chapters 3 and 4 actually release, because obviously we're stalling a lot by just actually talking about theories, which I honestly don't mind. This is fun. But if we have time before 3 and 4 release, would you guys mind a stream of us re-looking, like taking a second look at everything in Spamton Sweepstakes and possibly looking at the newsletters again, since I still missed a couple?
Yeah.
Would that be would that be cool with you guys?
I would
think
be
that would
there.
be cool.
Sorry, my dad called me for a bit.
I'm not chat, but I
Luna-
would like to see that.
Luna, you can. You are very quiet.
Yeah, I was being pretty quiet. Why?
Because I can't.
No, I mean not why. I meant.
Why?
I meant to say why. That was. I was saying. Sorry. What did you say? Because my dad called me for a bit.
Would chat mind a stream of checking out the Spamton Sweepstakes stuff again?
Oh. Yes, chat would mind.
Okay.
No, chat will be full with it. Trust me, I
haven't seen Spamton Sweepstakes fully.
Toby
I
knew
haven't
people
seen it at all.
were gonna love this one, so he told everyone the name right away. Yeah. I think for a bunch of people, not for everybody, but I do think for a bunch of people entering the fields of hopes and dreams and just experiencing just, okay, we are not doing Undertale again, this is something new, right? Obviously a lot of people again went back to, okay, this is gonna look back around to Undertale, but for the sake of playing, I think this is where a lot of players would have been like, okay, I need to stop thinking about Undertale, this is something awesome on its own. But for the duration of the chapter, after that they would still like talk about Undertale and how whoa, everything. I don't know. Just kind of the feeling I get. I wish the Silly Toho music reference showed up more often. It's very cool. I love the song. It's so good. Maybe it'll show up again in the finale. Penumbra Phantasm. Sure, I've never watched those in the first place. Oh, cool. I know that a lot of people have only watched Spamton Value Network, which is like the cool video by Wayne Radio TV and pals. But yeah, like Spamton Sweepstakes stuff is awesome.
If the song title card ever shows up again, it has to be for the inevitable new Megalovania that we're playing by the end of the game.
What?
Like
no,
I am
there won't be a Megalovania.
I am 100% certain that there will be a new version of Megalovania for Deltarune.
Okay, I think
It was in the Halloween. It was in the Halloween hack. It was in Homestuck. It was in Undertale. It has to be in Deltarune too.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? Yeah,
It's
sure,
like
sure,
it's
why
not-
not? Because
like
yeah, because in the
whole
context
thing
of Undertale, it
Megalovania
is
that
treated
it's
like.
not- the whole thing of Megalovania is that it's not the character's theme. It's like a theme for a final battle of sorts. You know.
No, she does not know.
Does not.
A name for
BRB Craft knows, I'm sure.
a name of shitting your pants.
Okay, we're gonna have to end soon. We didn't do a lot of progress, but I think it was worth it to talk about all of those theories, especially considering how short the cliffs area is and how much you can say things relating to it, you know?
My prediction is chapter 1 will be 4 streams.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, so what I was gonna say before, you're honestly probably right now that I think about it. I was just thinking, okay, no, because in the framework of Undertale and merch and stuff, it is very much Sans' theme. Like, Sans is all over Megalovania, but yeah, that's because he uses it in Undertale. There isn't really any other visual you could put there, right? So
Yeah.
really, I guess it is possible, yeah.
And like, it's not gonna be the same song, of course.
Yeah, it's not
just
gonna be
like
the
how
same-
it was different in the Halloween hack and in Homestuck. It's
Which is
gonna be
which
different.
also another thing that's interesting, you know. I wonder if there were to be a new version of Megalovania, would it include a different like another motif? Because like Homestuck Megalovania had Vriska's theme inside of it. So I have to also wonder if it'll be the same case for if Megalovania gets used again in a new form.
a Megalovania version with the Rootbuster theme would go crazy.
Maybe. Besides the Earthbound type, Homestuck, Undertale, and Smash versions, are there any other Megalovanias out there that I'm forgetting? I think there was...
There's Smash Bros.
Smash Bros was mentioned, but there was this... I don't remember what it was exactly, but there was this Earthbound fan game that I think got the word from Toby that they are allowed to use it. I'm pretty sure, like something like it was something like that, and then not made by Toby Fox also, but yes, it is in Pester Quest being used for Arabia, you know. But you know, James Roach is in talks with Toby still, like behind the scene, like he is straight up, like they still do the Hive Swap music together, right? Toby just doesn't really talk about it. So, you know, that's sort of kind of official still, especially since obviously Homestuck had Megalovania and yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the Toho version now, my son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
the Toho version. Yeah.
Okay. Attack 6, defense 0. This ambivalent diamond isn't any girl's best friend. Wow. Face my diamond cutter. You're a cool little Jin. I always liked your design. It smells like jewelry. Lecture. You lectured the enemies on the importance of kindness. The enemies became tired. What? Okay.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, whatever you say.
Man.
Whatever you say, boss.
Joanne, 43. If you're reading this, I guess you're dead, signed Lancer. Of course. Oh, where is the freaking door to the grind room? Hashtag
Real.
Hashtag
Real.
don't forget connected reference.
Hashtag don't forget connected.
Hey, don't read this sign, it's a work in progress, signed Lancer. How, if it isn't my two favorite people. Psych, you guys aren't even in my top 5. Lancer, where's Susie? You mean the purple girl? You fools, you're too late to stop me. What did you do? It was so simple. She beat me up, so I ran away. That's a bit anticlimactic. Love this sprite. So, are you just going to stand there? I thought you would at least run to the right. Why? The purple girl's over there. See,
He's scared of woman.
No,
Real.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that like he deserves some people on YouTube to make like comments about him. Lancer is the only person that even makes sense in this game. So
And that's saying something.
these types of trees don't contain an item that can heal you. Whatever you do, don't check this tree and use C to open your menu. You got it? Signed, Lancer.
So what does this mean? Press C to open your menu.
I mean,
Since we're taking everything at face value, what does that mean?
no, it happened. It happens with Ralsei too. Come on now. Like in the tutorial.
Do you think Kris has like a fucking keyboard on one of
Yes.
their gloves?
Yes, yes, yes. Like a freaking like battle disc from Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, yeah.
There are two objects hanging from like okay, but what if they have like the freaking battle buttons on a thing on their gauntlet? That would be funny. Okay, there are two objects hanging from the tree. Take one. No, you decided to let the tree keep it. Yes, dark candy. Dark candy. Heals 40 HP. Red and black star that tastes like marshmallows. I would have expected something more akin to peppermint. Or like...
Oh yeah.
Just, yeah?
There's something I wanted to mention like a while ago, but forgot. When we were talking about the multiple save slots being relevant, there's a crafting from like the maze guy, and I don't remember his name. Like there's a crafting
yes.
in Castle Town. Yeah, I don't remember if it's in the game or in the files. It uses the thorn ring.
Yes.
So people have been speculating that the other one is gonna be locked out of Snowgrave, so you'll need to use multiple save files to gather all the
That's
items for it.
Interesting, yeah. Hey, if you head that way, my troops will thrash you. Is that a threat? I prefer to think of it as an invitation. Little sprite. Necklace of Rudens blocks your path. I love the like multiple enemy, like multiple kinds of this person is like this name in this. Like a necklace of Rudens because they're diamonds is perfect.
Ayama in the chat
was
is
other-
asking what. Ayama in the chat is asking what route we're going. We're gonna do the normal first and then
Yeah.
Snowgrave
Yeah,
later.
probably. I don't even know if I want to do Snowgrave. It's okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Long live the guy who pays us. Smells like jewelry. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just like that, man. Just like that. Literally just like that. Actually, wait, no. Defend first, then spare. Maximize profit. It's you. Mamma mia, I'm a top chef. My latest cake gonna work me to exhaustion. So I took a little nap, but mamma mia, a scary noise woke me up. A beast. Okay.
Chat, I think it's Delta over.
Delta over.
ASCII read his dialogue.
Okay.
I can't like accentuate my voice anymore. I need to like save and then immediately end stream after we get a save point. So let's just you make the voice.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Beast was-
no. This by the way not related to your Italian. I didn't even think of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A beast was hunched on the table, eating the cake like an animal. I spritzed it with water and it hissed and ran off. But my wonderful cake is...
Oh, Kris, that sounds like Susie. We must be going the right way. I can do Rossi because he's quiet.
Oh,
Let's
that
try
sounds like Susie.
Oh, so adorable. Let's try to keep her out of any more trouble.
Mama Mima! Mama Shiba! You know that beast? Please don't come back.
Okay. Okay. You decided to put the cake in your pocket, Sapa lady. Okay. The fact that it's smoldering, by the way. Actually, no, hold on. What's the dialogue there? Yeah, exactly. Why is it smoldering? What the hell happened?
Why is it? Yeah.
Where the hell is a save point? Oh my god. Hi, Happy. When Happy blocked away. Oh wait, no, damn it. I still wanna check it. I'm a little kiss. Oof. I love that their thing.
Pretty clean.
You order Rousey to flutter all the enemies. We don't need XP, just encountering your smile is so reward enough. XP isn't a thing in the game, Rousey. There's only getting stronger when you actually like eliminate the character.
No, it does say you got 0 XP
Well,
at
yes,
kind of
yes, but when we actually get stronger, it's not XP, it's just you got stronger.
Yeah, I know. Like, it is a thing, you just never get
Yes.
it.
You just never get it. But you also do increase in level, which 2 objects hanging from the tree. Take one. You got dark candy. No, you decided to do the tricky, but no, I'm greedy.
I'm a hoarder.
Check the clock. In order to solve this puzzle, you have to hurry. Oh, frick. Oh no, I did it, okay.
You
never
did
mind.
it, you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
You did it, okay. Here's where we end.
That.
Obviously not much progress done, but I had fun talking about all of the theories. See you on
Yeah.
Saturday for a hive swap. Actually, okay. Like, if you're still here, that would be greatly appreciated. We're gonna be obviously playing 3 and 4 when that comes out. And thank you everybody for joining, for sticking around. Question of the day. Crack and Deltarune theory that you have about like something that will happen in the future or the meaning of something, like anything. Specifically has to be a crack theory, okay? Your favorite. Go, shoot. Comments. Get in the comments.
Parts of us just real.
No. But like genuinely though, genuinely. One that you're actually fascinated by. Whether ironically or not ironically. Okay, there we go. That's the question of the day. Well, if you don't
Probably the device.
If you don't want to comment that, just like get in the comments, type Undertale tomorrow. That all will also help. Okay, if you're enjoyed my freaking diatribe, recommend the series to a different person that that might enjoy this, and yeah, stuff like that. YouTuber drivel. Bye bye everybody. See ya.
Bye bye.
And remember, chat, Deltarune tomorrow.